Yo, what's up, guys? Let me just not on the right display. All right. So, guys, this is what I was talking about yesterday. I wanted to see this Judas swing. Unfortunately, we got it before open, so I couldn't take this. But I think that this is probably going to be a very good area to long. Let me see something. Yeah, we never got to the equal highs yesterday, which were up here. Let me see here. So there are equal highs up here, obviously. These are the areas that I'm actually looking for. Ideally today, but I think that this potentially is the start of the November-December bull run. If you look, we balanced the daily fair value gap. Right, so we finally came all the way down and balanced this. We traded to the low of the 4-hour fair value gap as well, and now we are getting a very strong bounce. So my thoughts is that this is actually the low, and that we're going to get a pretty big bull run. I don't know if we're going to get an entry for this. So on the hourly, there's not really much. On the 30-minute, there's not. So the 15-minute, we basically need to inverse both of. I'm looking at the wrong chart again. You know, let me flip this around. Give me a second, guys. Video display capture. Properties. And then let me pick. It's doing this thing where it's going to be. No, it's not that one. Okay, it's this one. Done. Okay, can you guys hear me now? All right. So this should make it a little easier for me, but yeah, we have this 15-minute fair value gap here that I think is going to rebalance, and I think we're going to start testing all these highs. We'll probably have a buy day today if I had to guess. If not, then we're just going to consolidate again. But this is tough to enter. In theory, this 1 minute was a good entry, but again, we have two fair value gaps in the leg, so this was very hard to get into. And I don't like that this Judas swing is happening like directly at open. I would have preferred to see, or it happened right before open actually. Right, so it happened between 9 and 9:30. Did the actual swing happen at 9:30? No, the actual swing happened at 9 o'clock. So we didn't even really get the option to get an entry on this during market open. Wow, the 2 minute actually looked really good. So like right here, you could have tried an entry at 8:58, but I was not on stream for that. Damn, that is unfortunate. Let's see if there are any equal highs that formed in Asia or London. No equal highs that I see. Asia, no equal highs. Yeah, guys, this is going to be tough to enter, though. Like I just said, I think this is going to potentially be the start of the bull run for November, December, balancing the daily fair value gap. So this was really the great entry here. I'm hoping we get some kind of retracement. I will try to long that on my funded accounts because I think this is too good to ignore. This is very strong, a very strong reaction off of the bottom of the daily and the 4-hour. So hopefully we get a retracement before hitting this high, but I think this high is next. Um, and I mean, the most ideal thing is, let's say we create equal highs somewhere. So like we did, and right here we just touched into this 5-minute fair value gap, and now we're immediately rejecting. It's a very tough spot because it's inducing a lot of FOMO, I think. Well, not for everybody, because not everybody knows about this daily rebalance. But this to me looks very strong so far. You guys, today I am trading on a funded account. Let's take a look at the news again. The only reason I'm trading on a funded account today is because of this daily rebalance. If we didn't get this, I probably wouldn't be trading on a funded, and the reason being is because I don't think there's any red folder news today. Yeah, this is so strong, guys. I think this is going to go to the top. Let me just double check and see if there's anything extremely important news-wise. But I don't think there is. I just think that it's a non-red folder news day, if I'm not mistaken. Tuesday, today's the 19th, right? Yeah. So we got building permits, housing starts, G20 summit meetings, and FOMC members speaking at, let's take a note of that to make sure it's not at that's at 12:15, no, 1:10 Eastern, which is, let's see, how many hours from now? It's just a few hours from now, so keep that in mind, guys. Whew. But this looks to me quite bullish to start the day. Definitely. Now, hopefully we get some retracements before we go higher, but I think that this is going to be this is going to create a high. At least hit these internal highs and then go up from there. Damn, my computer is kind of lagging. I think it's because I'm on ultra low latency. Maybe not, I'm not sure, but by the way, guys, let me know if you can hear the stream properly. Okay. I'm just looking at NQ here to see if any equal highs get formed, because those will be a nice target for later in the day. Did we just form equal highs here? No, we did not. Yeah, so I'm basically just praying for a retracement here, because I think this is going to be where we push a lot higher. Wow, Bitcoin is at 92,200. Tesla's at 335. Let's see how Celsius is doing. This one I want to add even more to if we get down below 25 and 4 cents. Disney, I'm going to add here at 108 if we get the alert. Let me look at Riot quick. See how we're doing on Riot today. Riot is at 1218, so just kind of consolidating after a big move. Guys, so let's see what we get here. Hopefully we get some kind of a setup. I think if this 3-minute inverses right here, we should get a nice long up to internal highs, but I would hold this to break even, because I think that this could easily run much higher. Do we have equal highs right here during the Asia session? No. Okay, so kind of a dumpy here. So on the 1-minute chart, we don't have any fair value gaps that form there. We are coming back into these order blocks. So keep that in mind. Hopefully we get a retracement down below the sell side, and then we can get a long into the 3-minute. It's a 3-minute and there's a 5-minute fair value gap that we didn't hit yet. Or did we hit it? Okay, so the 5-minute we hit. The 3-minute we did not, but the 5-minute looks better to me. So this is not awesome, but I do still think because we balanced the daily and the 4-hour, I think that this is going to be bullish today. This 50%, I'm going to delete these levels quick. So keep in mind, guys, midnight opening price is right here, and then we've got equal highs up here. So these are going to be my primary target for the next few days. Hopefully, I think, like I said, I think today is the start of a November-December buy program. Typically, we have a Santa rally, and we just balanced the daily fair value gap and the 4-hour. So I think that that is going to be, this is the setup for long continuations this week. Wow, Bitcoin's going crazy. How's ES doing? Is ES as strong? ES is not as strong as NQ, and ES is actually forming a really nice 1-minute FEG here, while NQ is not. Tough situation to be in here, guys. If this 5-minute inverses, I think this will be a great long, probably up to midnight. So yeah, guys, I'll try this. If we form an order block here and we inverse the 5, I'll try along with my stop below the low of the order block, targeting midnight. I think that's a great trade. I'll do that on a funded account. So we're getting a pretty big rejection here, coming down to probably take out this sell side liquidity, if I had to guess. There is some LRLR down here. There's also a potential 1-minute inverse fair value gap forming here. This looks pretty good to me. If we can take out this sell side right here, label it sell side liquidity. So if we can take out this internal sell side and then inverse this 1-minute, I don't think this is half bad for a long, personally. We're in discount of the range. We just balanced the 4-hour and the daily. So I would definitely expect bullish continuation at some point here. But I'd love to see this sell side get taken first. So I wouldn't take this on a funded account here yet. There's nothing for me. And now this 1-minute is getting smaller and smaller. So now this is not optimal to me. I'd love to see a complete drop down below the sell side now. So if you guys want to try this 1-minute, you're welcome to. I'm just telling you this is not AA+. So for me, this is not worth a funded account. Maybe an eval if you guys want to try it, but I don't think it's worth it on a funded. Okay, so it looks like it's working. Yeah, so it is working, guys. But again, once this high got hit, this is where I would move my stop to break even on this trade. I still want to see sell side get swept. And then see a new leg of price, maybe another 1 minute inverse form to take a long. But I'm telling you guys, this is what I've been calling for a while. I told you guys on the, what's it called? The economic calendar post and the market overview post in the Discord. I explained what I was expecting, which was a balance of the daily and then bullish reaction, which we're getting here. So this now follows my plan. Liquidity has been taken. It's the right time of the year. We have the December rally that should be coming. So I definitely think that this is going to be bullish for the next few weeks and probably for the next month. So all I will be looking for now, as long as this daily fair value gap holds, is going to be buys. Maybe some intraday shorts if it's AAA plus, but apart from that, I'm not going to take anything short related. And again, guys, here, I'd like to see the sell side get swept, and then I'd like to see a new leg of price to take longs, because I think probably today, maybe tomorrow, is going to be a buy day all the way up to these equal highs at 20,875. And technically, I mean, you could even be long now if you have like a swing trade account. I don't think that that's a half bad idea, but as far as for trading, I'm not going to be entering anything unless I have an A plus entry, and right now I don't. So we just inverse this 1 minute after taking liquidity, so this could easily take us down to sell side. And then from here, with a new leg of price, that would be really awesome to see some kind of a 1 minute long. So I am on a funded account today, and again, the only reason, it's not red folder news, but we did balance the daily fair value gap. So that is all that I need to be able to take a trade on my funded today. And yeah, I know it doesn't always happen that way. In fact, 9 times out of 10, I will not take trades on my funded on a no red folder news day. But again, because of the high time frame expectation being filled of the daily getting filled here and the 4 hour, that is the only reason I will consider longs on a funded today. It still has to be an A plus trade, okay? But that is the reason I'm taking it on funded and on cash accounts. So I want to see this liquidity get swept. We inverse this 1 after taking internal liquidity. Doesn't have to happen, but I'd like to see it before looking for an A plus long setup. Woo. And you can see here, we're kind of forming like LRLR, a start of LRLR. So hopefully we see another high and then another high and then another high and then the sweep and then the long, because the LRLR will give me even more conviction of this trade working. LRLR is like a trend line if you don't know, low resistance liquidity. So I want to see this sell side get swept, and then we want to see the long setup. So we're going to be patient until we get that. And if we don't, then unfortunately we will have to let the trade run without us. But again, that's the name of the game. Just because, so I do have a swing trade open here on QQQ. And I have told that to people in the community. But as far as day trading is concerned, this is not A plus enough for me to take a long. Okay? Swing trading and day trading are very different. Don't confuse the two. Just because you have a bullish bias and you have a swing trade open does not mean you should just enter on a day trade randomly. They're very different. Okay, so we're just going to be extra patient and wait for an A plus setup. Ideally, we'll get it on the 1 minute. But we'll see what PA presents. So I'm hoping to see some of these bullish green candles get close below to form this trend line, to further form it. Just trying to see if there's any reason for price to bounce from here. I mean, this could easily just be forming the bullish breaker, right? Low, high, lower low. So if you want a front run here, I mean, be my guest, but I can't. It's just, I think that this is a good place to start looking for longs. That is for sure. Okay, guys, so you can see this LRLR forming here, kind of. Hopefully we get a complete rejection down here below sell side. That's what I'd really like to see. Then after sell side gets swept, we'll be in discount the range so far, which is right now. So actual discount would be here. So I'd like to see hopefully a touch of this discount range, and then we get the long setup. That's like my optimal trade right now. Okay, so I like this so far. Again, we generated all this LRLR, and now we're inversing another 1 minute. We inverse this one to the upside, rejected, and then we inverse down and we closed above. So I don't like this PA for any entries yet, but I want to see this liquidity get swept first. Damn, my computer is being so slow right now. I'm just gonna post on X that I'm live. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so still no rebalance of the sell side. Let's see. Hope it gives it to us. Okay, so more LRLR forming. You can see that here. Hopefully we get another rejection below the body of this green candle. Okay, very nice. We got a close below, so my thinking now is that we're going to go to sell side. And once we do, hopefully we get a very nice sweep of sell side and an inverse fair value gap forms, in which case we can take it long back up. Now, if you guys are RR traders or 2022 model traders, there's not really any fair value gaps here to enter on. Let me look at the 15. There is a tiny 15-minute, guys. So here's one thing I wanted to note, okay? There's a very tiny 15-minute fair value gap here that not a lot of people are watching. Okay, I would not be surprised if the low of the day forms in this 15. So watch that. Another bullish reaction here. So I'd like, again, I wanted to see this continue down. But you can see this trend line forming still here. It's amazing to me that Riot is down at 1% while Bitcoin's at 92,000. Like, we obviously had this huge move up and now we're just consolidating. I'd like to see a huge push here. I don't want to see this just stalling here like this. I don't know if they're trying to accumulate more longs or what, but not what I'm wanting to see so far on Riot. So guys, I really want to, again, see this come down into the 15-minute and then get the long. That's what I'm really looking for. No entry, guys. Really annoying. Ugh. Hopefully we get it here. I'm hoping this stays as a wick and then we create even more LRLR and then we dump, then we get the long. Again, I want to see us balance this 15-minute FVG. That would be optimal. Okay, so we are wicking. So this is still forming this trend line liquidity. You see that, Bob? And now I want to see a dump into the 15-minute. That's the ideal scenario. And that's the only way I'm going to take this on a funded. Does that make sense? All right, good. Okay, guys, so once we get the rejection down to sell side, into the 15-minute fair value gap, again, that is where I want to see the long setup form. Maybe we wick down into discount of the range, which currently is at 20,044.25, and then we get the long. Not 100% yet, but that's the only way I'm taking the setup, guys. Oh, Tesla's having a big push now. Nice. Anyone else in the chat looking for longs? I know Bob is, but I think there's another person in here. So guys, again, LRLR. Wait, hopefully this holds. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see us break out of this LRLR right now. That is where the issue would be for me, and I wouldn't like that PA. I'd like to see it hold, dump, and then get the long setup, leaving this intact. Because if we can leave this intact, I think it's very likely to get run later. I don't want to see us break out of it right now. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. And would be even more A plus if we formed equal highs, which we're not right now. But if we did, that would be even better. Damn. Okay, so we just took out this internal high by a tick, and now it seems like we might be rejecting here. Also at 830. I'd really like to see this dump here. Bump, 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 bump. So guys, again, praying that this is going to take us down to sell side. I think it will. But we need to see a push down here. So what would also be kind of nice is if we create equal highs right here. But so far nothing. Again, I want to see rejections from this 830 level. And I want to keep this trendline liquidity intact. Okay, so we did just take out this high by a tick, which is not ideal, but it's not terrible. As long as the LR, as long as we're not making new higher highs above this high right here. So guys, for Celsius, for my swing trade, if you guys are looking for a swing trade ad, I'm looking for this at $25.04 to add further to my position, and then 24 even is going to be my final ad. It's in the 3-month fair value gap. You guys don't know what that is. If you draw out the 3-month chart, we have this tiny 3-month fair value gap that not a lot of people are seeing. I think this is where they're long-term people are accumulating shares. But again, if I'm wrong, we're basically going to have a monthly, a 3-month close below 24. If we get the 3-month close below, I'll be out of the position. And that's the risk for it. Okay, so again, hopefully we reject here. Let me look at the 2 and the 3. Nothing yet. But you can see on the 3-minute we have this same trend line forming. Yeah, very nice dump so far. So I want to see this continue down to the 15. And what's nice is that this is also forming a nice 1-minute here. Well, not yet, but this looks decent. Hopefully we get a nice 2-minute. But I want to see a sweep of all this liquidity. And then I want to see the long setup form. This is how you trade, guys. You have to be patient and not just take anything. Wait for your setup. And again, the only reason I'm trading with a funded and cash account today is because we balanced the daily. If we didn't balance this daily fair value gap, I would not be on live today, on a live account. I'd only be on an eval. Okay, so far, nothing. Damn. Give us an entry. My goodness. Wow. This is really lame. Unless, guys, we're about to form equal highs, which we just did. Okay, I actually really like this. So we came up here. Wait, did we take them by a tick or not? We did not. So we came up here, guys, and we formed equal highs. These are going to be awesome for later today. If they decide to reject the price here, we can target these for later. So hopefully we get a dip into the 15-minute here, and then we get the push up to equal highs. That's my thought process here, right? We hold these into later in the day. We dump into the 15, take out all the long side liquidity that's here. Ooh, I really like this, guys. So if this rejects here, we take out all these lows and trade into this 15. This is going to be a marvelous setup for later today. Wow. Very exciting. You guys understand what I'm saying here with the equal highs? Whoops. So equal highs are, look at this rejection, guys. This is going all the way down to sell side here. Don't you love when you're in sync with the markets? I've seen this happen too many times. So equal highs form, these are like a magnet for price algorithmically. So later on in the day, hopefully we get the retracement again below sell side into the 15. Then we get the long out of here. Maybe we wick down into the 50% retracement level, but I think this is going to be a great zone to add longs. Now we did take out these lows and are already pushing higher, so maybe they don't give us the 15. I don't know yet. But even if we just push here, I can't enter. Didn't take out enough liquidity and it didn't create a 1 minute fair value gap. Man, that is tough. Really creating some FOMO here, but again, you have to recognize that in yourself too. I really want these to hit, but just because I want them to hit doesn't mean I'm going to enter blindly because I think that I might miss the move. Okay, guys? Don't just enter a trade blindly if you think you've missed a move. Wait for your setup to form and wait for your liquidity to be swept. If it doesn't and it goes without you, so be it. You're not going to take a trade every single day and be profitable, guys, just because you're chasing price. Can't stress that enough. Okay, so I want to see this push below this green bodied candle. If it doesn't and it pushes higher, so be it. Maybe we get touch up onto 830 again and then a rejection. I just don't want to see these equal highs get swept first. If they do, okay, it's not the end of the world. If we reject after that, then we'll still look for longs. These are like a very low-hanging fruit for me, but it will reduce risk if we don't hit them first, right? Because that'll tell me that we're likely to hit them later in the day. We just formed another set of equal highs right here. Now, they're not as important as these ones. These ones are like very far apart. These are basically right next to each other, though they do have a candle separating them, so that's still fine. It still makes them equal highs. Would love to see these hold as well, but it looks like they might not. Okay, so they just got swept, so those are not equal highs anymore. Again, I would love to see this reject here. I don't want to see the equal highs get hit. I don't have the 30-second chart. There might be a fair value gap on the 30-second, but that's not enough for me. And we have too much liquidity resting below for me to take this long just yet. Oh, man. Praying they hold this wick here. Would love to see these equal highs stay. Okay, guys, so still no entry. Again, I really would love to see all this low resistance liquidity get swept first and then get the long. If we don't get that, I can't enter a trade here. Now, I do have a swing trade, like I've told you guys before, that is posted in the Discord for QQQ, but a swing trade and day trading are very different. I don't treat them the same. For day trading, we wait for an AAAA plus entry. Okay, so I'd love to see, okay, if this rejects here, guys, and takes out all this LRLR, we balance the 15 and hopefully hit a discount, you're going to see an amazing setup, I think, today. An amazing long setup on QQQ, SPY, and then obviously for NQ and ES. But we need to see rejections here for me to really want to take this with good size, because leaving these equal highs will be a really great target for later. Okay, hopefully this wick holds and we just dump. We have all this LRLR, guys. This is what I want to see swept. Low resistance liquidity. Also known as like a trend line for retail. You guys see that? Okay, so nice sweep of it so far. or nice rejection so far. Sorry, not a sweep yet. And again, if we get the balance of this 15, I will take this on a funded and a cash account. I have that open on a separate tab here, if you guys can see. So I really want to see strong displacement below these candles lows. Strong displacement. Because there's no 1 minute entry for me here. There's no setup here. So, do you guys understand what LRLR is? Or any of you ICT traders? I don't know where all the regulars are. Normally we've got Ninja Monkeys in here. Binoge is in here. Cores. I haven't seen any of them today. Damn, I do not like that we keep going up. Just let's reject here and get the sell side liquidity first. I'd love to see these equal highs get left. Love, love, love to see it. But it looks like they might not give that to us, sadly. Ugh, that is annoying. Unless they reject it right here, but I doubt it. And there's the equal highs. Did they just form another set right here? No, they're relatively equal. Man. Well, this could be a nice 30-second short if we let's say we inverse this 1 minute here, guys. That wouldn't be a half bad short. Take out all this LRLR. I wouldn't personally take it because I'm still bullish on the day. I would wait for it to happen, then take the long. But this doesn't look like a half bad short if we form a 1 minute IFEG here. For those of you who are short-term bearish. Candle closes in a few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so if we get an inverse here, an inverse 1, this does not look half bad for me for a short. If we get a strong 1 minute candle here below this, I think that all this LRLR is going to get taken out, and then we hit this 15-minute sell side. Again, I'm not going to take it, but I don't think it looks bad at all. So you guys see how we swept internal highs, we're rejecting, and we left a bullish fair value gap. So everyone who wants to go long here is entering in this 1 minute fair value gap. So if we are truly bullish, we should bounce from it. But if we reject and close below it, it's telling me that we're going to come down and take out all these longs liquidity levels right here. Dude, Tesla is pushing 343 now. Okay, so we are getting a bullish reaction out of the 1 minute. But let's see what happens here. Again, guys, you see, even though I'm anxious to take longs, I'm not letting that anxiousness take over my emotional state to the point where I just enter the trade to be in, right? Don't just enter a trade because you think things are going to be bullish. Wait for a setup. If you don't get it, wait for the next day. You're going to get so many setups throughout the week. And eventually when you start trading with good size, you're not going to be so stressed to take a trade because you know that one trade or 2 trades for the week will be enough to fund your whole lifestyle. So that's all you need. Trade with the proper size when there's an optimal setup, and you will be a lot less anxious when you trade. But again, that comes with experience, right? Okay, so hopefully we get, again, I want to see a rejection here of this woman at fair value gap to dump us through all this LRLR. Maybe what we get is a 1 minute push and then a 1 minute inverse below. I don't know just yet. There's so many different ways this could happen. And I might be completely wrong. We could just continue up. But if that happens, I'm out. I'm not taking a trade unless something that I want to happen happens. Okay, so that's a very strong reaction out of the 1 so far. Damn. Not letting us take out any of this LRLR, sadly. If you guys want to take out, wow, 5 minute just almost is about to close above here. Man. So if we get a 5 minute close above here, guys, ooh, did we just form equal highs right here? Nope. So technically this is an entry right now on the 5 minute, but I don't enter on 5 minutes. I think this could easily reject here and take out liquidity now. First. I can't enter this, guys, personally. But technically this is an entry. Your stop loss would be a 5 minute close back below here. Man. That is tough. So they might reject us now. That's what I theorize will happen. But again, that's why I wouldn't enter this 5 minute, because we could easily have this manipulation candle, distribution down, and then the longs happen later. Let's see if we left any equal highs here. Ooh, guys, let's see. Let me double check. No, we took them out by a tick. Damn. So yeah, I would be super careful about entering longs here, because look at the rejection that we're getting. If we inverse these two 1 minute candles and then this 1 minute, I think this is a great short, personally. But again, I am bullish on the day, so I'm not going to take it. But if it happens, we close below this 1 minute fair value gaps with a body, then I expect a dump here to sell side. And after that, I will look for longs. Because I'm still bullish. We still have a lot of internal highs, like these highs right here that we haven't hit. And then obviously the equal highs in midnight above that I would like to target for the week. And who knows, maybe they'll even give us a Tuesday reversal and we hit them today. But that's one of ICT's weekly models, right? Is a Tuesday low of week. Or like a Tuesday reversal, if I'm not mistaken. Man. So now they're forming a 1 minute OB. They came down to the body of the 5 and held it. This is so tough, guys, but this is probably going to moon here. I can't enter this. I'll watch it, but watch these two highs now. This is like the last hope for us to get this liquidity run first and then the longs. See if there's any 1 minute. I'm just constantly looking for little 1 minute equal highs. You see how we just took out this wick right here and we're rejecting? So this is like the final line in the sand where I'm thinking we might get the intraday reversal back down. And now we do technically have equal highs on the 1 minute here. Separated by, oh no, they're not equal actually. They're off by a tick. Okay, so we're pushing here. Man, so unfortunate, guys. I really wanted to see this low resistance liquidity get run first. Well, I don't know what to tell you guys here. This is probably going to push all the way up to midnight, if I had to guess. But there's no entry for me, so. Again, there's still hope. Maybe we take out these internal highs and then we dump to the 15. That's the last thing that I would expect for bearishness here. Intraday, and then get the long. That's what I'm praying for. Though it doesn't look like it here. We just inverse this 15 to... Man. You guys see how we inverse this 15-minute fair value gap? So at minimum, we should hit this high. But we do have other 15-minute gaps that have not been fully filled yet that we could still see happen. We could still see reject from. Huge push here, guys, obviously. Now we look at these highs and then London highs. Sad that there was no entry. But luckily my swing trade is paying, so I could care less, but still, I'd rather catch moves on a day trade and a swing trade, but it is what it is, guys. So watch this high, especially if we inverse this 5 first. Right here, this high should be next. We got 2 minutes until the close, so far it is still holding down price. Just keep that in mind. Got 1 minute left for this close. So let's see if the body closes above the 5 minute. Again, I don't take entries on the 5 minute. I take entries on the 1 and 3. Typically, unless the 5 minute is in heavy discount. But obviously this is not in discount of this leg, so we're not going to take a 5 entry. Wow, dude, Tesla is going crazy. 346. My sold puts on this are up like crazy. Anyone else here in the community or no? The people that sold puts? The people that took that call out, excuse me, are up pretty big right now. So congrats to anyone who's in those sold puts with me. Okay, so no close above the 5, and now we are technically rejecting, but again, I still expect us to hit these highs at some point soon, but there is no entry, unfortunately. So I did say earlier that if you were a 2022 model or RR trader, that these retracements were not bad to enter on, but again, I just can't. Okay, so we actually are getting a rejection from this 5, interestingly enough. Let's see what the 1 minute looks like. 2 minute. So there is a tiny 2 minute inverse model here. So we could get the dump here, guys. It's still possible. I'm not going to say that it's likely anymore, but it is possible. Definitely possible. Ooh, and. Did we just form equal highs? Ugh, again by a tick, bro. That is so annoying. Damn. This actually is not a bad short, guys. This 2 minute inverse fair value gap, but we're still bullish. We still have buy side above, so I can't take it. But in theory, it actually isn't bad. It's too small for me to take, but I've seen these work in the past and where we completely dump here. And the risk is not too bad on it, right? But again, like, we just took out a lot of sell side liquidity, so I'm not trying to short, to front run a short here. Right, we're very low, we balance the daily, so why am I trying to look for more shorts here? Though it may work, it's not statistically probable, so not worth it for me. Now, here's one thing I would take. So we didn't get a 5 minute close above here, but if we did, and this 1 minute inverse happened, I would take this long. I'm not going to do it now, but I would have if this 5 minute would have closed above. We've got 2 minutes till this close. Okay, 1 minute left. If we get the 5-minute close above here, guys, I will look for a 1 minute setup. But if we don't get the close, we don't get the close. Yeah, I'm looking at X right now. None of the traders that follow similar models to me took any trades this morning. See? I'm glad that we avoided that. Okay, so still no 5-minute close above here. So guys, you see, like a lot of good traders didn't take anything. Even though we're seeing all this green right now, a lot of traders didn't take much. Now, again, you are still banking if you took swing trades with me, right? We added in this general area right here, and then this order block. But if you haven't, then day trading, it sucks, but that's okay. It's part of the game. Tesla now rejecting. Let's look at the 2-minute again. Yeah, so look at this, guys. This 2-minute inverse failed. We closed below it. Now we're closing above it again. Good thing I didn't take that. Technically, this 1-minute inverse will work, but again, I'm not taking that. We have a 5-minute that's actually holding down price. That is what's more important. Ninja monkeys, what a beautiful day it's been. Yeah, bro, did you catch anything? We didn't take a single trade today. I wasn't awake, or I wasn't streaming before market open. This was the only real long setup today, honestly. At 9 o'clock, this 2-minute inverse was really good. This 1-minute inverse was really good. Damn, bro, that's good. Where was your entry for your trade? I forgot what model you trade, Ninja Monkeys. I don't know if you're an IFEG trader or not. So what was your trade today? Because there definitely weren't any good IFEG setups after market open. That's unfortunate. I mean, 2022 models, there was no fair value gap entries anywhere. I took a short off the new day opening gap I was talking about yesterday. Today you took a short off the new day opening gap from yesterday? Oh, you were trading London. What time zone are you in, bro? Are you in the US or no? Oh, today's new day opening gap. But you were talking about new day opening gaps yesterday. I got you. Okay, guys, so if we get a 5-minute close above here, again, there's another minute until the close. We should go up to this buy side right here. Again, the RR is terrible. Nothing that I would take, but it's probably going to happen. Look at price at 3 a.m. Oh, you took this short right here. That's kind of like a Judas swing and then manipulation down. I like that. That's a good short. Let me see if there's an IFVG there too. Yeah, I would have taken this short too, bro. This is excellent. Look at this IFVG setup. Probably on the 2 or the 3 would be better, but still. Oh my god, that is so juicy. I would have entered right there on this candle. Ooh, that is juicy. Yeah, and then I would have taken a partial off at this low. And then I probably would have... No, I actually wouldn't have gotten stopped to break even with this. And then you could take a huge dump. I would take a secondary partial at this low, obviously. And then, yeah. But that was a great short, bro. Yeah, excellent. Great job. Man, this has been a really tough day. We've been watching price go. If I would have taken a trade before market open, we would have been up pretty nicely, but I didn't take anything before market open. And after market open, nothing presented itself. I mean, this 5-minute was beautiful, but again, we had 2 sets of 5, so it's very hard to take this. Especially right at market open. Yeah, there was nothing. They really made today hard to enter. I think we might potentially get a rejection here. Again, I don't know for sure, but I've definitely seen situations in the past where we come very close to buy side and we don't hit it, and then we dump. We take out LRLR and then we go higher. But again, I'm not trying to predict that. Just saying it's possible. I know you said you don't trade new day opening gap, but price bounced right off the new day opening gap low for 1106. November 6th? All right, what do you, I'm not sure what you're talking about, bro. Okay, there's buy side. This could easily just push even further today, guys. We have midnight open right above. You're saying today that price bounced off the November 6th new day opening gap? Oh, are my new week opening gaps off? Oh, bro. Wow, that is so lame. No. I'm not. I agree with you, bro. I use new week opening gap, so you can see we bounced off the new week opening gap as well. If I would have seen this, I probably would have been more likely to take longs. But yeah, I use new week opening gaps from 20 weeks ago. So I wouldn't be surprised if a November 6th new day opening gap worked. Okay, guys, so today just looks extremely strong. I think we're easily going to hit midnight, but again, I just can't take anything. It sucks, but I can't. We have a tiny 5-minute here. that currently we are rejecting, but we could easily see a close above, in which case you can look at this high for a target and then this high for a target, and midnight, obviously. Man, this has been terrible for us. I mean, listen, this was amazing upside price, but the price action to get there was terrible. This consolidation was terrible. This bullish for value gap, the odds of this working, I mean, it happens sometimes, but like today, that's wild. Really wanted to see the sweep of this 15-minute fair value gap first. Okay, so a very nice rejection off the 5-minute so far after sweeping buy side. We could easily get a retracement now to take out at minimum this low, but again, there is no setup here, so I can't take it. There's a tiny 1-minute FVG here, but not big enough at all. I journaled on the 17th and thought that price would do this. I was glued to the chart waiting for the short setup. Bro, great. Yeah, you're talking about that new day opening gap setup. Here's the thing with the new day opening gap and new week opening gap. Normally, you don't even need them on your chart. Normally, there's confluence with an inverse fair value gap. Now, they definitely help. You know, it gives you more confidence to take the long or the short, but you don't need them. However, I do love using the new week opening gaps, and if the new day opening gap works for you, and it's part of your model, then by all means, bro. I mean, look, you made $4,500 in a day. That's all you need. Okay, this is a nice rejection so far, but again, there is no setup for shorts. So we just have to watch. So I'm gonna make some coffee quick, guys, and watch. There's gonna be some kind of a beautiful 1-minute. I want to target midnight opening price right now. So I'm guessing there's gonna be some beautiful 1-minute inverse while I'm gone, but give me like 3 or 4 minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, what's up, guys? This has been a frustrating day, not gonna lie. But we have to accept the isness of the situation, right? Right now we're rejecting a 5-minute FEG. I do think the target today is going to be midnight and London high, and probably much higher. But I can't just long because I believe that. I do think these equal highs are going to be coming in the next few days. Who knows? Maybe even today. But so far there's nothing I can take. Technically, this 5-minute inverse is an entry, but you would have been stopped out most likely on it. Right here, after this high hit, you would have been stopped. But if we somehow do get a dump here and trade back into this 5-minute maybe, I will consider longs to midnight. So we got 2 minutes until the 5-minute close. If this 5-minute inverse, guys, I think midnight is next. Or at least this internal high right here. But it's super risky to long that because we're already super high in premium. Excuse me. So basically what I'm waiting for is ideally some set of equal highs to form somewhere. Some manipulation candle down to sweep LRLR and then get a run higher. That's the only thing I would take left today. Okay, so we just swept another high. Yeah, this could easily be a Tuesday where we just keep running up and up and up. Again, I know the target right now is midnight, but I can't just enter here with FOMO. Telling you, over time, you might get lucky a few times doing that, but over time, you're going to get smoked. Less than 10 seconds until the 5-minute close. Let's see if we get it. So far, no close above. And no close above. So no close above the 5-minute yet. Damn. It's funny because what I was waiting for all week for my day trading was this daily sweep. Now again, thank goodness we're in long swings. Those are printing. But it sucks to watch all the day trading go without you too. Our QQQ swing is up like $3 right now, which is dope. $3 a share. So maybe we leave this wick here. We come down and take some sell side and get a setup later today to midnight. That's what I'm hoping. But if we don't get that, then we don't get nothing. Z Ninja Monkey says, damn. Damn what? So, oh man, really would love to see some retracements today, but I don't know if we're gonna get them. So what we have here, guys, if you guys don't know what this is, we have a low, high, lower low, or even here, low, high, lower low. This is called a breaker. So if we're somehow miraculously able to come back down to discount here before taking out a London high, I think this is going to be a great long up to midnight. Now we might not get it, we might get it, I'm not sure, but looks pretty good still. We would just need to see retracements in the morning, and then hopefully we get something in the lunch session or the afternoon session. Damn, that was the best coffee ever. So, what I put in my coffee, if you guys don't know about this, is a cheat code. I got raw milk, gelatin, whether or not you believe it or not, it's kind of like collagen, but it has a higher protein count, I think. Creatine, instant coffee, even though some people may not like that. It's like an organic instant coffee, and raw cacao. I'm telling you, if you mix those things, it gives you like the best feeling with a lot less crash, in my opinion, than with just regular coffee. I might be controversial, but that's what I do. Did we just form a set of equal highs here? Guys, I'm fiending for equal highs. No, we missed them. We hit them by a tick. Wait, did we? No. It got swept by a tick. So this could definitely be a place for retracements. You can see a pretty bearish candle here, but we don't have any 2 or 3 minute inverses that I can see. Yeah, no shorts that I would take here. But we could easily see some retracement here, guys, to some of this sell side. So we could get a balance into this 1 minute, and then we could get the dump here to these lows, possibly. But again, I think the final draw is midnight, but we could just get like an intraday dump here to get some liquidity out of the market before going higher. Definitely possible. Again, nothing that I would take, but definitely possible. This seems like the kind of day where every 1 minute inverse long works. But did we get the 5 minute close above? I don't even see. No, we did not. So yeah, this could easily reject here, guys. I think this could be the start of a intraday sell model. Definitely possible. Okay, so we did technically just get a 1 minute inverse here to the long side, but again, I would never take this. This could easily dump. So just a heads up. Okay, I'm back. Decided to finally change my name in PFP. Who is this? Natsir T. Do I know you, bro? I'm sure I do if you said you're finally back, but oh, it's Ninja Monkey. I made that name when I was 12. Oh man. That's funny. Okay guys, so this could easily be the long to midnight right now. Just a heads up, but we could also just dump, so be very careful. I wouldn't take anything here. I'm just watching. Natsir, are you Middle Eastern? Oh, did we just form equal highs? No, we didn't. Well, okay, so we might see an intraday sell-off here, guys. Possibly. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it could happen. There's a lot of inducement at this wick, right? It's my first name backwards. I'm in Central US. Riztan or Tristan. I got you, bro. I thought it was like Ristan T. Tristan. Got you, bro. I wish we would have left equal highs here on the chart, but I don't see anything. Again, the target for me is still midnight, but there is no entry model to get there, sadly. I think on the hourly, guys, it looks definitely like we're going for midnight and then these internal highs here. We also have that 15 from yesterday that I think will maybe be a target today. So yeah, guys, I think today is going to be super bullish. I don't even know if we get any retracements. Damn, my computer is so laggy. I really need to get a new one. This is a pretty new MacBook Air too. It's like a 2022. And it's not new, but it's not old. Can't handle shit. Okay, so we just touched midnight. On NQ, MNQ we did, NQ we did not. Man. Yeah, bro, I wish I would have gone with the Pro. I'm gonna get a new computer soon. See, guys, we didn't even, here, let's look at the 5 quick. We didn't even get the close above on the 5 here to get an entry. You see how we just pushed much higher? But I do still think we're going a lot higher than this. If you look at the 4-hour, we have all of this low resistance liquidity. I think this is the target for today. 20,745 and 75 cents. On the hourly, also looks like we're inversing. Let me delete all this stuff off the chart, guys, so you can see this more clearly. Technically, we inversed, no, not really anything on the hourly, but the 4-hour, we're about to inverse this fair value gap, which is super bullish to me. That close happens at 1400. So we're not going to really see it anytime soon. But I would definitely still consider looking for longs here. Let's see where this is on the MNQ chart. Yeah, this looks really good, guys. I'm hoping we get some pullbacks today. Now that we touched midnight, maybe we get a rejection and then we get a long later on. But I think that this 20,745 is going to be the target for today. But yeah, you guys see here, this is very bullish. We had an immediate rebalance of the daily fair value gap in the 4-hour. I told you guys on X, I told you in the Discord that we should get a Christmas rally. And typically it happens in the second half of November and then all of December. This is where I think the low has been made for the month and probably for the rest of the year, if I had to guess. A very bullish breaker on the high time frames. I think anything adding in this area, if you want to do like a swing trade in this 20,500 area, on QQQ it's around the 499 area. I think these are all excellent areas for swing trading. So if you guys want something to hold for the next couple months, then this is the time. Ooh. So guys, 1 minute short looks really good. Really good. Damn, that looks nice. But we didn't hit midnight yet. That's what I don't like. We missed it by a tick. Ugh, that sucks. If we had hit midnight, guys, on NQ, I would have considered this, but can't take it now. Tristan, I know computers too, and I knew it wouldn't be best, but I cheaped out. That's funny. Well, I didn't really think I would ever stream. When I bought the computer a couple of years ago, I was just like, yeah, let's do it. Because it's a great computer. It just can't handle a bunch of shit. But now that I'm streaming, I probably in the next, I don't know, couple of months, I'll probably get a new Mac. Once this really starts to piss me off, I'll throw down on it. I also have to reduce my taxable income, so I have to probably do it by December, honestly. So it's a business expense. Yeah, this, man, I mean, this doesn't look half bad for a short, but I can't short when we are this bullish on the hourly. Like, look at this. We're so close to hitting these internal highs here. We just missed midnight, so I can't short this. Even though it looks nice, like, if this was... Let me see what liquidity we swept here. Yeah, so we haven't swept this internal high yet, so I can't take this, unfortunately. But if it was any other day and we hit, like, obvious sell side, I would short this for sure. But I can't today. Just because of how bullish we are, and my targets are higher. But it definitely is possible that we have an intraday sell program here, and then we get the buy later on in the day. Definitely possible. So if there's any time to short, this would be it, but I'm just not going to. Maybe we get a touch of midnight first and then the dump. I don't know. It's so hard to short here though, guys. So technically, if the short is going to work, we should not close above this 1 minute for value gap. We should reject here to go down probably to this low if I had to guess before continuation higher. But again, because of how bullish we are today, I can't take this on a live account. I just can't. And especially because we haven't even touched midnight yet. Tristan, I have a question for computers. What, like if I'm streaming and running TradingView and like running another application, what do I need to add to my computer to make it less laggy? Or is it like something I need a completely new computer for? Or is it about like the RAM thing, or what's that situation like? If you're still here. Because I am like clueless, bro. I have no idea how computers work. What the heck's going on here? Gotta charge my keyboard here. Okay, there's midnight, guys. So if we're going to see a rejection, I want to see it somewhere here. And we're immediately getting a wick. But yeah, it's so tough. So tough to short here. Okay, well, Riot's getting a nice push here, which I like. So there's another daily fair value gap on Riot right here that we need to just completely inverse. I don't want to see any stalling in this area in the 1307 to 1348 level. I just want to see it completely push higher there. Okay, so man, I can't believe how much. I mean, I can believe it. I was expecting this, but no retracements today. So I think we're going here now to this internal high, and then the 15-minute fair value gap high is up here. And I don't think there probably won't be much pullback until then, to be honest. And just funny how like this 1 minute inverse, which typically would never work, ends up working today because of how bullish we are. Pretty much anywhere you long today, I think you're going to be successful, but I mean, you have to. I still would expect a setup. I don't just want you guys to long anywhere just because. So another decent looking 1 minute short here at midnight. I wouldn't be surprised if we get an intraday sell off here. Again, it's pretty low risk if you guys want to try this. I can't, but if you want to, you're welcome to. Again, like the hourly high is right here. Actually, where is it? There's one right here and one right here, so I'm not going to short this close to an hourly high. We also have one right here. But it's possible that it works, for sure. So this actually looks pretty darn good. If you guys want to short, wait for the 1 minute close, but I don't think this looks bad. I want to see a full-bodied candle close below, probably below the volume imbalance, if I had to be honest. So we didn't quite get the volume imbalance. Okay, so, ooh, okay. So I like this, guys. If we, wow. Okay, so we just formed equal highs on NQ. Right at, pretty much at a, it's actually a monthly high. If we inverse this 1 minute, and then leave these, I think this will be a great target for later in the day, but maybe we don't even hit them. Maybe we don't even get that. Yeah, so we just swapped the equal highs, never mind. Right before an hourly high, so we just hit an hourly high. Damn, that sucks. Guys, did anyone take a long today at all? Also, Tristan, are you still here, bro? I asked you a question. I don't know if you heard it. So you guys can see, obviously, that we hit this internal high. This is probably next, and this. My intraday target for today is going to be this 15-minute fair value gap. I don't know if I'm going to get a setup to it, but we shall see, right? But you guys can see that all day we've just been climbing, 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 climbing with no pullbacks at all. So anyone who was trying to short, like trying to short the top here, got destroyed, obviously. But yeah, basically what we're praying for today is some kind of a manipulation leg down, leaving a strong 1 minute fair value gap to take long again. But my guess is that we just push higher all day. And this is going to be the target, 20,745. Where does that come from? Again, it's a 15-minute fair value gap that is kind of missing here. So I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if you just bought at any point on a red candle. You'll probably be green. But again, I'm not just going to take an entry to take an entry. I want to see something that actually is a probable setup, which we have not gotten today. And so you guys see the level of discipline required not to click the button just because you want to. I haven't called a single trade out. Now, we did have a huge move, granted, and there are going to be days where you missed these. The real entry was actually before market open, right here. This 2-minute IFEG, so we balanced the daily. We inversed a 1-minute IFEG. There were two sets of it. So on the 2-minute, the close was right here. And that was the real long. Stop to break even at this high, and you honestly could have held it all day. I would have taken partials along the way, like at this internal high, but that was the real long. I wish it would have happened at market open. Okay, so we just took out another hourly buy side. So no opportunities to go long unless you bought before market open, sadly. But it is what it is. That's the name of the game. Sometimes you miss trades and you have to watch them go without you. But you guys do know if you follow me on X. By the way, if you don't, it's the same as my YouTube handle, the Checkmate Trader. I did call on X and in my Discord that we were looking for a sweep of the daily fair value gap, which was right here, and the 4-hour, and that is exactly what happened today. And I said that I was looking for a very strong bounce off of them. And if you look at the daily right now, we have this daily fair value gap. So I think definitely today we are going to this 20,722 level. That I can say with a pretty high degree of certainty. Let me, hold on, let me just mark that on the chart. Sorry, it's 20,724 and 25 cents. So it's, I would say with a high degree of certainty, we're going here today. Maybe we get a dump below these lows first, but I definitely think that this high is in play. So I think we might get a dump below these lows first, but this is going to be where my target is, and then obviously the 15-minute fair value gap as well. Is anybody else looking for longs in the chat? I don't know who any of you are probably, but are you guys bullish for the rest of the day? Do you think we're going to reverse? Curious to hear what other people think. If you guys even trade NQ, I don't know how you managed to get on this stream, but my God, does anyone else have allergies? Excuse me. Damn. Don't be shy, guys. Don't be afraid to put your neck on the line. Tell me where you think the price is going to go today. Are we continuously bullish? And don't just say yes because I said yes. Again, I told you my bias. I think we're hitting this daily high here at 20,724 and this 15-minute. But tell me what you guys think. If we're going to reverse first, if you could care less, if you even trade NQ, or you're all bots, that could be possible too. And then I'm talking to myself. But yeah, I would never long here. I want to see a little bit more retracement. Ideally, let me see. Ideally, these candles right here are interesting to me. I'd like to see these get swept before continuation higher, but again, we could just keep going up. Excuse me. Damn, so many bots here, bro. Are you guys just signal bots that don't talk? Put your neck out on the line. Tell me where you think price is going. Don't be a wussy. Put some credibility on your name. Okay, nice rejection so far. I'd love to see this trade below these lows right here. After taking out an internal high here. It's always nice to see like an intraday sell model to then go higher later. Just to stop out a lot of the guys that are chasing longs right now and then go higher afterwards. Let's look at the 15 quick. Maybe trade back into this 15 first. That would be really nice. So let me label this here as a standard FEG. Pairs nicely with a 5-minute OB. So that would be really nice. Yeah, guys, this looks like it's going to dump here. At minimum to these levels. Tristan, are you still in the chat, bro? I don't know if I'm on mute or not. Paging Dr. Tristan. Tristan, I have a question for you, bro, for computers, since you know what you're doing. What do I need to add to my computer to make it less laggy? RAM? So if I put some, can I add a RAM to a MacBook Air, or is that like not even a thing? Like I think technically I could probably unscrew it and add it, but is it a hassle and expensive to have someone do? Or would it make more sense to just buy a new computer? Or like does the MacBook Pro, a new one, have other things that would make it way faster, including RAM? Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, I feel like you should be able to regardless, but I'm clueless. It's been a while since I looked at the pro specs, but I know it's supposed to be good at animations and Blender type shit, so it should be good for streaming. Yeah, and like you would think that streaming TradingView would not be so glitchy, but like I don't know about you guys, but when I move my mouse along the screen here, you guys will probably see it too. It's like very laggy. I hate that. I want a seamless trading view. Dude, Bitcoin is almost at 93 again. Wow. 93.5 was the high, right? 93.483. Wild. Wild times, bro. I am up so much on Bitcoin, it's laughable. So good to be in that. And I don't think I'm going to sell when it's 100K. Because my cost basis is well below the last consolidation leg, which had a low at like 49. So probably just going to hold it until like 200,000, maybe more. 250. It's like play money too, so I don't care. Yeah, bro. I don't know. It's so weird. Like, you'd think that a MacBook Air could handle streaming to one platform, which is YouTube, and I don't have any other apps running in the background. I have Discord running, but that's it. Maybe if I close Discord, it'll be better. Oh shit. Nope. It's still laggy. Thought it was good for a second. That's so funny. Is his fiance a believer? Yeah, 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 there you go. She's like, I'm making a note of this so that when we look back in 2 years or 5 years, you're gonna be crying. Bro, I was the exact same way. I wouldn't shut up about Bitcoin for years. I was telling people in the sauna at the gym, friends at the gym, friends at dinner, like anywhere I would go, I was talking about Bitcoin. And yeah, I mean, I've added at the 15 or the 16.8 level. I added at 35. I added at 27. I didn't get anything lower than 10K. I wasn't that early, but I have a friend, bro. So there's this kid in my high school. I'm 28. So when I was 18, I was actually 17 when I graduated high school. But he bought Bitcoin when it was like $8 a piece, and he had 1,000 coins. Whoa, look at this dump, guys. So this is what I'm looking for. Hopefully we get a little bit more sell side liquidity here, like one of these levels. But this is definitely a place where I would suggest buying a little bit of something. But you want to see a woman at inverse, obviously, to get a trade. But I think that these areas will be say they'll push this higher to buy side liquidity later today, which is up here at 2724. But yeah, bro, my friend had 8,000. I think he spent $8,000 to buy 1,000 Bitcoin at $8 a share, and he sold most of it at $1,200. Yeah, Tristan, you gotta listen, bro. Okay, so guys, we are in the 1150 to 1210 macro, so just a heads up. But I still do think we're gonna push much higher today. And you see how we didn't leave any fair value gaps here, so there's not really an entry here anyways. We'd have to wait for something to happen later on today. But yeah, bro, imagine. The kid made like $1 million. His name is Noah. But he sold at like 1,200 bucks a share. Imagine if that fucker would have held, bro. He'd have, I don't even know, 90 million or something crazy like that. Ugh, wild. Yeah, because he sold it $1,000 a share, and it's now at like 94, so he'd have like $94 million. Imagine if buying Bitcoin at $8 a share. Fucking wild. And where he bro, he was a scammer. Like he used to be able to like he was able to generate fake gift cards to restaurants. So we would all like I don't know if you guys have a Wood Ranch where you are, but it's like a pretty higher end like rib barbecue place near where I live and or where I lived in high school. And he would just like generate these $250 gift cards and buy all of his friends lunch. So we'd all like dine on like mac and cheese and barbecue ribs and like all kinds of crazy shit. And they were all fake. And then he would sell fake beats. So I think that's how he made all of his money. And yeah, so he had like 8,000 bucks in high school and he bought a bunch of Bitcoin. Just wild. My your friend. Wait, how? Why would a restaurant do handwritten gift card? That's crazy. What he was like making fraudulent gift cards with the same handwriting. Bro, what a stupid restaurant. Who would do that? Okay, guys. So we just entered into the 15. So I'm expecting potential bullishness from this point onwards. I mean, we could easily retrace further down into the breaker, don't get me wrong, which is down here at 20,620. But yeah, we could easily continue higher here too. So don't be surprised either way. There's no 1 minute inverses to take or 2 minute. Let's see if there's any 3. Nothing that I like. There's a potential 5 minute inverse forming that's not bad, but we're getting an immediate bullish reaction from the 15 minutes, so don't be surprised if we just push higher here. So you guys see this wick that formed out of the 15-minute FEG? Like, because we balanced the daily, guys, and we're so bullish, I mean, this could just be a strong buy program up. But you still have to be careful. Let me look at the 2-minute quick and see if there's anything. So there is technically a tiny 2-minute here, but guys, I would never use that. Let me look at the 5. Yeah, I mean, look at this reaction, guys, after hitting the 15-minute fair value gap. Like, it's an immediate rebalancing, immediate reprice back higher. So I would not be surprised if this wick holds and we go all the way up here. Again, I wouldn't enter here. I mean, I would rather have entered at this wick, like into 15, but just wild how bullish PA is today. Yeah, the next 15-minute FEG is here within the breaker. So we could get a drop down into here. I don't know if we will, to be honest, but if we do, this will be a great ad zone in my opinion, especially if you want swing trading, swing trades, this will be great. If you want to add QQQ for a swing trade, that 15 is excellent in my opinion. Time really moves fast. Okay, so now we are entering the 15 again. Let's see if we get a bounce out of here, if we reject. Won't press the issue. Okay, guys, so hopefully we get some kind of longs here. Again, I think we could easily come back down to this 15 minute and the breaker and then get the longs, but nobody knows for sure. That's what I would love to see. Just checking the 2 and the 3 on my other charts here, just to see if we get anything. I don't see anything yet, I'll tell you guys that, but this is another 5 minute that we're now retesting, so could get an ad here. Okay, so we completely inverse this 15, which tells me we're probably going to go down to this 15 if I had to guess. So again, maybe a retest of the 499.80 level on NQ, on QQQ. Yo, Course, what's up, bro? Unfortunately, Core's not a single trade for us today. Not yet, at least. Um, the really good trades today, Cores, were at low of day. Obviously, this was before market open. So if I was awake, I probably would have taken this 2-minute inverse, or this 1 minute, right here when we closed above these two down close candles at the daily fair value gap low. But apart from that, there was nothing. I still do think that price is going to be bullish today, up to this high right here at 20,724. It's the bottom of the daily fair value gap, and then we have a 15-minute FVG here that I think we're going to hit. So I'm looking for a setup. I don't see anything I like yet personally. I mean, this 1-minute inverse doesn't look that bad. Oh, I'm showing you guys the wrong chart. This 1-minute inverse does not look terrible, but I don't know. Come on. Ugh, I hate how laggy this computer is. My goodness. So this 1-minute inverse doesn't look half bad. Back up to this internal high. You just have to be careful. And we did sweep some liquidity here, right? So it's not the worst thing in the world. Just be careful if you guys are going to take this entry. And wait for a body close above, obviously, which we're about to get right now. So technically this is an entry, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. We're in premium. I mean, yes, I think the targets are higher, but you have to be super careful. We're entering lunchtime. Could easily get consolidation further. So not like an optimal trade in my opinion. If we can get back into this 15-minute fair value gap right here, which is also, it pairs nicely with this 15-minute breaker block, this will be a really nice place to start adding longs. If you haven't already started a swing trade on QQQ, this will be really nice. But B, even for a day trade, I think we should get very strong reactions out of this area. So hurry up and get in your bag. Oh, where do you? It's not a fan. Wow, Bitcoin's almost at 93 again. That's crazy. But bro, the miners aren't moving, which is super interesting to me. I mean, Riot is up 2.5% on the day, but like I'm expecting 20% days when Bitcoin is close to 100K like this. We did have a few already. We had like a 20% day and a 26% day, but I want to see much bigger than that. So in theory, guys, this should come out to this high because we inverse this 1 minute after sweeping liquidity. But again, it's lunchtime. We've already had a huge move. I wouldn't be surprised to see consolidation here instead. So don't be surprised if we reject this 1 minute FEG. It's not an A+ setup. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10 if you guys are taking this right now. Again, we are super bullish today, so again, it could work, but if you're in this, definitely move your stop to break even when this high hits. Keep in mind, midnight is here, so we could easily reject from here as well. Not an A+ entry. Right, this is midnight open, so look at this area too. If we just completely blast through it, that's a pretty great sign, but we can easily just reject this and come down here. Again, not A+, not an A+ 1 minute FEG. Hopefully it works, but again, nothing I would take on a live account. Yeah, and if you guys look on the higher time frames, the 1 minute is the only fair value gap we have. 4 minute, there's nothing. 5 minute, 3 minute, there's nothing. 2 minute, there's nothing. So we're basically banking on the 1 minute being the long. Again, once this high gets hit, if it does, your stop should be moved to break even immediately. Already I'm seeing we're getting close to midnight and rejecting. Hopefully we blast through it. That'd be really nice, but I'm not counting on it. Again, I give this a 6 out of 10 entry. I don't think it's A+, but it could work. Again, especially, I would even move your stop to break even when we hit midnight if we do. Because I would expect rejection from there. So you guys can see we're rejecting here. See if it actually does reject or if it goes up. But definitely your stop should be moved to break even at this high. If we get it. If you're in this trade, again, I wouldn't be. Not on a cash account at least, but... Okay, so another bounce off the bottom of the 1. Hopefully that drives us higher, but again, like I said, this is like a 6 out of 10 model. Not an obvious 1 minute. Just not a plus in my eyes. This 1 minute closes in just a few seconds, so we still haven't gotten a 1 minute body close below the 1 minute. So technically this is still valid, but yeah, not a plus. Okay, so there's a nice wick there, which is not bad. Did we just form equal lows here? No, they missed this low by a tick. Okay, pretty bullish here. But again, this could just be consolidation to try and induce longs. Again, once midnight hits, if it does, I would move your stop to break even if you're in a long, just in case you reject at midnight. My dog is like leaning on me and pushing my chair. Okay, so hopefully we get a push above midnight here. And yeah, wow, look at that push. That's crazy. Okay, so we didn't quite hit this high yet, but your stop should be moved to break even once it hits. Okay, so right there, your stop should be moved to break even. If you're in this 1 minute long, congratulations. This might be the long that pushes us all the way up to the hourly. But yeah, just be careful if you're in this. What the heck just happened? Okay, guys, so I will be back. So this 1 minute worked, obviously. Your stop should be to break even here, or you should have taken a profit there, or a partial. But yeah, it looks like we're rejecting here now. So we did break the high from the 11:30 p.m. above the top of the 15-minute FEG. Hold on, let me see what he's talking about. We did break the high from 11:30 p.m. Bro, you got to talk on Eastern time. I don't know military time. Is 23, is that 11:30? Yeah, this is 11:30. We broke the high. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about that. I mean, this does not signal to me that this is bullish or bearish. All that it means is that we took out an internal high and we could reverse to create intraday longs at the 15. I mean, it's a good signal, but we had lack of displacement above the high. So what I would refer to this as is just buy side liquidity at 2697. And now, I mean, it looks like we're rejecting on the 1 minute, which tells me that we could easily come down to this 15-minute breaker. Order block. If we get longs from here, guys, today, so I'll be back. I'm going to take my dog out. But if we get longs from here, this is going to be such a good setup for the rest of today. So let's pray that we get it, but I'll be back in like 5 minutes. All right. Ooh, okay. Okay, so we're trading into the 15 again. We took out a bunch of sell side. Ooh, okay. Okay. Let me look at the 2 quick. All right, guys. If this 2-minute inverses, ooh, this looks nice. So we could easily, again, we could easily retrace lower to this 15-minute order block. Fair value gap within the order block. But if this 2-minute inverses right now, guys, I think this is a great setup. Do we have equal highs here too? Tristan, bro, it looks so much like my short earlier. What does this right here? I disagree. I think it looks very different. The structure of the candles looks different. Now, it definitely could reject from this 1-minute fair value gap, but if we get a 2-minute inverse here, I would probably wait for the 1, honestly. So I would wait for a close above both of these, but if we do get the close above both of these after sweeping liquidity, we just took out this sell side right here. I think this is going to continue much higher. The difference is, Tristan, that you're short earlier. First of all, you had confluence with the new day opening gap, but second of all, there wasn't this huge set of candles here. It was one candle like this right here. It was one bullish order block, or one bullish fair value gap, and then a rejection. So you see how there's basically like, whoops. There's basically one set of candles here. So on the 2-minute chart, it looks even cleaner. But it was like one set. It was like a perfect V shape, and the first candle, the first red candle closed below all these bullish fair value gaps. I'm really just saying the liquidity sweep above the 15-minute FEG, then rejection off the new day opening gap. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it looks similar, but it's different in candle structure. That's what I'm saying. Now, I'm not going to take anything unless we get this 2-minute inverse and this 1-minute ideally. I think that'll be longs all the way back up here. I think this is like inducement of shorts. Yeah, this looks super nice. Look at this. On one candle, it's happening. 1 or 2 candles. So if we get the 1-minute inverse here, I think this is a really good looking long. Now it's in premium, so it's riskier. Don't get me wrong, but I still think it looks really good. Okay, so we did not get a close above the 1-minute yet. But this could easily just run without us. Again, I can't take this yet. I need to see a 1-minute close above. But if you are a little bit more risky, you can try this when the 2-minute closes above, which is in a minute. Hold on. Okay, this looks super nice for longs. Super nice. Looks beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But again, we haven't gotten a close on the 2-minute yet or the 1-minute. So 2-minute closed above, 1-minute has not. If you want to take a riskier entry, you can enter here. I'd prefer to wait for the 1-minute close, but that is up to you, obviously. Okay, so look at this. We did not close above the 1-minute, and we're rejecting so far. So be super careful, guys. Again, we're in premium of the range. I wouldn't size heavy on this. But if we get a 1-minute close, again, we're looking for a 1-minute close above this fair value gap. I think this would be a great long, at minimum to these internal highs, but I would hold it much higher. I think these 2 levels are in play for today. Because if you look, Tristan, at why I don't think this is bearish, I mean, yes, we swept this 15 and this hourly, but we have so much more above. And if you look at the daily and the 4 hour, I mean, look at this market structure. This looks like we're about to push much higher. The daily, we have this daily fair value gap that needs to be balanced. After filling the daily fair value gap, I would never short this. Never in a million years. Okay, so we're about to get the close on the 1 minute. Hopefully we don't hit the high first. Again, guys, size lighter, but I think this is at minimum going to hit this internal high, and then I would move my stop to break even there. Oh, Riot's getting a push. Okay, guys, so once this internal high gets hit, I would move your stop to break even. Technically, the trade will only be closed below this fair value gap right here, but if you're risk averse, I would wait for a close below this 1 minute to stop out your trade. But you have to think this induced a lot of people short, and their stops are above this high, so. Radio is not a fan. I don't know why these haters getting mad. Okay, so if you guys are risk averse, again, if we get a close below this 1 minute fair value gap, you can stop out your trade. Technically, the trade is still valid until this 1 minute fair value gap is closed below. Okay, nice push. Let's hope for a 1 minute order block to form here. Okay, very nice. Technically, I would move my stop to break even there. We just hit a new high. So if you're in this, I mean, I even just put it under this order block, honestly. We shouldn't go, I think we should just continue here. I don't want to see chop or consolidation. So up to you how you manage your risk, but putting your stop under this OB is not the worst thing. Because if this market structure is bullish, we should just continue up here. We shouldn't stall. And then again, once this high hits, move your stop to break even. Okay, stop is to break even. If you get stopped here, you could care less. You're in premium of the range. If you win this trade, it'll be a gift. If not, you get stopped for a free trade. So okay, very nice push here. I would recommend potentially taking a partial at this high. So right there, I would take a partial and then now leave the trade. So it's a free trade now, guys. Odds are you're going to get stopped at break even, but that's okay. It is what it is. So look how we swept this liquidity and we bounced out of the 15. Actually, the 15 was right here. So we swept this liquidity and we bounced out of maybe a 30. Nope. Wow, guys, it's still pushing. Thank the Lord. Okay, so I think the next target here, you can take a partial at high day if you want. I think the next target's going to be right here at this high at 27.24. I feel it coming. I feel it. So we did just hit high of day, guys. I would reduce risk there, but I still think this is going to be the draw. 20,724 and 25 cents. If you look at the hourly chart, it just looks like it's screaming. Like, look at this. We had this huge bullish reaction. It looks like it's screaming for this high, and it looks like it's going to hit this before retracements. It's possible that we retrace first, but it doesn't look likely to me. Because I just look at this on the hourly and it screams we're going to go much higher. So once this high hits and these highs, I would be a little bit more cautious. But again, I do think that we're going to push much higher here. There's not really an entry, but I mean, there was a 1 minute. If you look right here, and a 2 minute, right? But I don't know. I just wouldn't take this now. Hopefully these are just down close candles to create order blocks, but we don't know. Time really moves fast. Wow, Bitcoin's at 93.3, guys. It's about to hit all-time highs again. Crazy. Okay, so let's see if we get another push on the 1 minute. Again, I think this is the target right here. 20,724. So if I was in a trade here, I would partial at this high, and then I would partial at this 15-minute fair value gap high too. Okay, nice push so far. Want to see this hold, obviously. Bum, 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 bum. So especially if you're long right now, this set of down close candles is your breaker block. So you want to see price hold this level. You don't want to see it close below this. If you're looking at these shorter time frames. And Tristan, if you're still here, you see why you don't short? Even though it looks similar to what you saw, it's different in candle structure, and obviously the bias is bullish on the day. But I agree that there was like a similar looking rejection, but they're different in a lot of senses. Okay, so I'd like to see a push here. Yeah, no, I'm not worried. I'm just saying I want people to see the difference in the two setups. But yeah, bro, you're up heavy, so no need to take any trades today. Anymore, at least. I feel it coming. By the way, guys, if you're looking for a long-term ad, ASML, if you guys have been watching that stock, it's coming back down to my ad zone again, so I'm going to be adding more to this for a long-term position. It's not a swing trade, and I will warn you, it is a semiconductor play, so there is some risk to semiconductors. I think NVIDIA has earnings coming up pretty soon. Let me see. NVIDIA, I think is earnings today? Yeah, guys, so earnings on NVIDIA is today. Right, today is, or is it on the 20th? Oh, they're tomorrow. Sorry, they're tomorrow. So keep that in mind. But if you want some exposure to a sold off high market cap semiconductor play, this stock has been on an uptrend since 1996. Super bullish, and we're down like 40% from highs. So it's definitely something that I would consider for a long in this area. Not financial advice, but do what you guys want with that information. I think it's a fantastic place to start adding. So again, guys, if you are long or if you're holding positions, you didn't take profits at all-time high or at high of day, this breaker is your final line in the sand. If this breaks, like if we trade below 50% of it, I would definitely be out of your positions because that could easily not hold. I would expect continuation here. Like I said, the hourly looks super bullish. But again, that doesn't mean that it's going to happen on this specific leg, so just be forewarned. We're just using the woman as confluence here. Obviously, we just swept an internal low, so we want to see a reaction from here. It's also at the top of the breaker, so we want to see the market move higher from here. Okay, so we're basically hoping that this breaker holds. So again, we are having a very bullish reaction from the mean threshold of the 3-month fair value or the monthly fair value gap on ASML. Okay, nice reaction so far here on NQ. Again, we want to see a bullish reaction from this breaker. Again, it's riskier because it's at high of day, but I do still expect continuation up to this buy side. Three 651. Okay, so the next macro time is the 1310 macro, which is coming up in about 20 minutes. So we might not see the pull up here until then. We'll have to see what we get. Dude, our swing trade is up so nice. We're up almost $4 a share now on QQQ. So guys, if we don't get a bullish reaction from this breaker, I'm going to sign off because I would not expect continuation in the afternoon session unless this breaker holds. So we'll stay on until the macro starts, and if I don't see like an immediate reaction within the beginning of the macro, then we'll be out of off the live stream. But we really should get reactions around right here. We don't want to see it trade much lower than this. Okay, so decent wick so far. Again, this is also midnight. So we have midnight and a breaker and a fair value gap in the same leg here. So this area should be very strong confluence for longs. Also paired up with a macro time starting soon. So you guys really want to see bullish reactions from these levels. Super important that we see it here. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, man, I've been on this for so long. By the way, if you guys are listening to this, how long do you guys want the streams to be? Because I mean, I can stay on, but I feel like after AM session, we should probably just get off. Because I feel like the streams are too long. Okay, so another tap into the bullish breaker. We really need to see reactions from these levels, guys. Another touch of midnight, too. Let me see if Tanya's still live. So let's go on YouTube quick and see if she's still streaming. I doubt it, but let's see. No, she exited her stream an hour ago. But guys, again, I think this is still bullish. That's the only reason I'm still on right now. But again, we're getting a bullish reaction off this bullish breaker. We have fair value gaps here, order block, liquidity resting above. It seems very likely to me that we continue higher here. Again, it's a lot riskier to be longing here, but if you guys want to set up, this is technically an entry. I think the real move will probably happen in the 1310 macro, but we will see. And if you look at the hourly chart, the reason I have so much conviction in this, yes, we just swept a high, but we have this internal buy side here that's very likely to hit. And then this 15-minute, I think, is the draw for today. Look at this bullishness, guys. Immediate reaction, turtle soup, daily fair value gap. Like, if you're not long in these areas, I don't know. There's no better place, in my opinion, to be looking for longs than today. So this is the type of day where I think most longs will work, and they have already, right? We did just sweep all high of day, so I mean we could reject, but again, I think it's much more likely that longs continue to work today. Probably just consolidating it until the macro time, if I had to guess. Okay, guys, so we should see, again, the 1310 macros coming up. I'm expecting to see a pump to 20,724 and 25 cents. For those of you who are not paying attention. So guys, let's see if the macro time actually ends up being something that pushes price. I'm going to guess that it is. But you guys will see how macros work if you're not familiar with them. If you're not, ICT macros by Cognito is the one that I use on TradingView. So let's see if the macro is what actually ends up pushing price up to buy side. We just got another hourly close at 10 o'clock, and it looks pretty darn bullish if you ask me. Ten minutes till the macro, guys. Okay, guys, so we got 8 minutes till the macro. So look how we just bounced out of, it looked like to the tick, this 1 minute fair value gap. There's also a 1 minute order block here. Let me look at the 2 minute, 3 minute. We do also have a 4 minute fair value gap right here. It's tiny, but we are wicking out of it. So I do think this is still going to react bullishly in the macro time. Again, up to this buy side liquidity on the hourly and then the 15-minute fair value gap above. So actually, technically, this is an entry, guys. If you want, I wouldn't say it's A+, but I wouldn't say it's half bad to target. So your stop would be a close back below this this wick right here. Take profit would be at this buy side or at this buy side, whichever you prefer. Okay, 6 minutes. Let's see if we get it. I think it's very likely to boost us higher, but let's see. Okay, nice push so far. Again, I want to see the macro time shoot us up to this buy side liquidity. There's not much else to say here. Five minutes left. 4 minutes left. Is anybody in longs right now? Who took that long? The 1 minute inverse? Or are you all just watching? Like right now it looks a little bit sketch, but on the, like I said, on the hourly, to me this looks extremely bullish. Like this target seems extremely obvious to me, and this 15 as well. And then I think these equal highs are going to come next. Who knows? Maybe they give us a massive push today. I doubt it, but it's possible. Okay, so it looks like they're pushing it right now before the macro time. Okay, nice push so far. I want to see a big push up here. Okay, nice. Guys, all of you guys are quiet. You don't even see what's going on right now. All of you are just signal bots, just watching, I guess. Do you guys see how price starts to move right as the macro time starts? It's wild how this shit works. We look at the hourly, we see what the bias is like. Okay, so it should just push here. We don't want to see it stop at this internal high. Man, y'all are like boring. Nobody took the trade, huh? Just me. Boom, let's go. Very nice. Huge push. Exactly like we're predicting at the macro time. Hopefully it holds here. My stop is at break even, by the way, now, guys. We want to see this hold. We don't want to see it wick down now. Come on, let's push. Nice. Come on, push us all the way up to buy side. Yes. Come on, market gods. Bring us all the way up. Don't reject here. Come on. Damn, guys. Everyone's just sitting quiet watching this, huh? Lame. Come on. So we're wicking here. I don't really like to see this. I'd rather just see it push here. Very nice. Interesting. NQ made a new high, but MNQ did not on that little push there. Super interesting. Come on, bro. I hope this doesn't wick down into the fair value gap now. Damn. This might retrace into the fair value gap. Okay, we're in the macro time, guys. 2 minutes in. We should just push all the way to buy side here. Once we close above this 1 minute candle, this red candle, I don't want to see any stalling. I want to see an immediate repricing up. Come on. And this is a 30-minute macro, by the way, guys. So it's got a while. So we could see it come down first. I'd rather just see it push now, though. And that would be great that if it pushes now on one leg, because that would signify that we're much more bullish and that we would go up to this 15-minute high too. All right, so if you guys are long now, I would take a partial off here just in case we reject. Partial here and a partial at this high. Let's go. Keep pushing. Wow, Bitcoin is almost back at all-time highs, guys. That's wild. We're about to hit all-time highs on Bitcoin again. Let's go. And how is Riot only up 0.66%? This is ridiculous. Come on, let's hit the highs, market. Come on. Don't dump us here. This should be where it stops here at this 1 minute order block. Okay, nice push. So we want to see this low hold here, right? And push us all the way up to buy side now. Come on. Almost at buy side, guys. Remember, I called this much earlier today. 27.2425. We should get it in this macro. In fact, I don't want to really see us close back below this red candle. I'd rather just see a push here. We could come back into this 1 minute order block if we really wanted to, but I would expect market to just spool up here. Okay, so we don't really want to see stalling here. We just want to see push, and I don't like these wicks, but that's okay. Come on, let's go, market. Push us up here. So again, guys, if you don't know what this level is, it's hourly buy side, very likely target, and then we have a 15-minute fair value gap above that I think is going to be the secondary target for today. Okay, so it looks like we're getting a small rejection here again. Did Bitcoin hit a new high? Let me check. Oh, guys, we hit a new high on Bitcoin. Crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Riot. This is not ideal. I mean, when we're seeing these pushes on Bitcoin, we should be seeing big buy days. Let's look at the volume on Riot quick. Okay, so the one thing I do like about this is that we are coming down on declining volume. So that signals to me that we might be in accumulation here to go higher. So if you guys are looking to long Riot, I would have a tight stop, probably below like $11. And I would target 1875 and 2065. These three levels as your targets. Ideally, take most off at 18, some off at 20, and then runners to 23. But I think this will be a really good trade in the future. Okay, so we just hit buy side there, guys. See that? And now, any runners you have, I would take most of your position off here and leave runners to this 15-minute high, because we could easily push up to it here now in this macro as well. Tesla's pushing like crazy too. Okay, guys, I'm going to get off the stream here. Our target was hit. If you guys have runners, again, leave them to the 15-minute fair value gap up here. If I see any other trades today, I'll call them in the Discord. But apart from that, guys, best of luck, and I'll see you guys really quick. Let's make sure tomorrow is Wednesday. Probably not going to live stream tomorrow morning, but I will live stream on Thursday. That's for sure. When we have unemployment claims in the morning, and then on PMI Friday, I'll probably live stream too. So we'll see. All right, guys, peace out.